Hello, my name is Simon Annand, a photographer who's been living and working in London for over 40 years now, and the subject that I choose to point my camera at involves actors of all kinds, younger, older, and in all forms, but mostly the theatre. And I've been lucky enough to take the production photographs of plays like Warhorse and Jerusalem with the extraordinary Mark Rylance, and even before that, for 20 or so years at the Old Vic, back in the 80s, the National Theatre, the RSC, and so on. I love taking pictures of actors. I'm never quite sure why, but I find what's going on in their heads very photogenic. And one of the private projects that I've undertaken all this time is to go into the dressing rooms of some of the leading actors of their generation and witness what they do in the half an hour before they go on stage in a live performance. This for me is quite heroic because it requires a lot of discipline over the week, and the value of theatre is increasing as a handmade piece of work with the advance of AI. Some of the examples I can show you, I've got some postcards here. So we have Judi Dench and Gillian Anderson, Andrew Scott, I'm sure you will know these, Fleabag, Phoebe, the lovely Phoebe, and Tom Hardy earlier on in his career, the extraordinary Daniel Kaluuya, Tilda Swinton back in the late 80s, Kate Blanchett having just come off stage, having murdered somebody in the play, and she was in the room for her son's 7th birthday in New York. Sharon D. Clarke, who is now taking all stages by storm, Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, and the extraordinary Leighton Williams. These are actually gathered together in a book called Backstage, which is the second volume of this archive, and they look something like this in the middle. So you have Kim Cattrall there and Gillian Anderson, and if I could hold the book, I could show you other people here, all doing their own different ways of preparing to go on stage. I'm very proud of this project. So I'm proud to be, in a way, the pioneer of BTS. And here is part of my studio with books and records. I love jazz music, for example, the relationship between free fall, improvisation and control, because you have to know your instrument very, very well. Thank you for listening to this, and I wish you well.